for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jusuf Nurkic.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding volume has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 3. And for the Jazz, George out there with Collier. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. And here's the break. Thompson with it. George picks him up. Now here is Irving. Defense is right there. Davis gets a wide open look. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. So, Coach, here we are in the heart of the NBA season. We can only hope that the second half is as good as the first half of the season.
Well, you're right. We saw some incredible moments in those first few months. But that's what you love about this game. Players these days, Kevin, are capable of doing the spectacular on a nightly basis.
Now Davis, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Offline from the top of the key. The Jazz on offense. It's a three-point game, and this matchup with the Mavericks is the first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Here's Collier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Markkanen can't get it to go. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. To the middle, here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
The head coach of the Jazz gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He spoke about their defensive schemes tonight, especially in relation to Anthony Davis. He said it's essential that we limit his impact. We have to stay strong inside and not allow Davis to intimidate us no matter what. Strong words from Coach. We'll see if his guys can make it happen. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Here's Kessler. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
Lively with the screen. Irving passes to Lively, and the basket is good.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How about the confidence? Markkanen looking fearless from the corner.
George against Irving. Lively's shot is off.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll.
Here's Collier. 8 points his last outing, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight, and the technical free throw is good. Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many finish players in the NBA. I know Lauri is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
Good on the shot.
Yeah, terrific feel for where the defense is hedging. Irving knows that's his shot to take.
And the call will be against Najee Marshall. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. George looking around. Shot clock at 6.
Gotta love seeing Kyrie get in there and get his hands dirty. When he's active on the glass, they're a much better basketball team.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, and Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Here's Irving. Last game out, he had 40 points. Stolen by Markkanen. And they're running. Here's Hendricks. Great D that time from Davis. Mavericks leading by 6. On the wing, Thompson. Davis setting the pick for Thompson. Another 3 for Dallas.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Outside, George. Here's Markkanen. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Derek White. Caleb Martin comes in for Davis. Exum, he's checked in for Marshall. And it's Russell in for Klay Thompson. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Kings.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Pass to Hendricks. There's the double team with Martin. On the wing, Markkanen. He's guarded by Russell, and it's Collier missing. Dallas leading by 8. Irving looking over the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Powell with a screen on Markkanen. 6 to shoot. And on the way from Irving for 3. It's hauled in by George.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Collier. Here's Hendricks. Here's Kessler.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
George against Russell. Here's Martin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans, but all-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Here's Niang from outside off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And it's Collier missing. So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Here's Sensabaugh. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Dallas making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Davis throws it down hard.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
With 1 on the clock. Winneo's the buzzer beater.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Anthony Davis. Dante Exum is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Powell, and it's Martin in at the small forward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And stolen by Russell. To the paint, here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Russell. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Utah calls timeout. A different look for Utah. Hendricks is checked in, and Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Kyle Anderson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Christie's checked in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Now George. Nothing on the board. Markkanen kicks to Nurkic. Another miss by Utah.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Now, here is Russell. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. George with the ball. Picked up by Davis. And George kicks to Markkanen. Jazz passing it around to halt the run, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to keep George away from the basket, or you can expect to get dunked on.
And it's Russell missing. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bounce pass Markkanen. Sends the ball. That three off the mark. Dallas leading by 20. Russell passes to Davis.
Get there, get there.
Russell high post. 6 points for him. Really left alone that time. Russell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
For your Jazz. Sends the ball. One shot.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Walker Kessler.
Pass to Hendricks. Outside, George. Here's Hendricks. That ball, nice feed that time from George. Hendricks has got 5 now.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
To the inside, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's George. Following the score by Dallas. Hendricks can't get it to go. Dallas with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, 'That's the Dirk.' Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back to you, Kevin.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And finished off by Davis.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
And the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Powell. Marshall comes in for Caleb Martin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Christie. Here's Hendricks. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Rockets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Mavericks, they are the team we expected to be here. Taking the top spot come playoff time, this is the team to beat. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now, here's Markkanen. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. Count that one.
Well, Markkanen's height is such an advantage in that mid-range area.
Dallas leading by 23.
Utah foul. Isaiah Collier. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Mavericks have come up empty at the line so far in 3 attempts.
2 shots.
Free throw, good, Irving.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Collier, covered by Irving. Hendricks can't get it to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Markkanen. Lively a screen on George. Russell with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Russell's got 13 points.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
So, Coach, in the last 26 years, only 3 Eastern Conference teams have been NBA Finals favorites. Anything need to change there?
You know, I really don't think so, Kevin. I'm not sure it matters to people. I mean, the NBA Finals, you're going to have one team from the East, one team from the West, and people are going to watch because you're down to the last series for a championship. I think it's a conversational point to talk about one conference dominating, but I don't think in a given year fans really care.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, where Kessler is elite is on the boards, and he's an excellent rim protector. Those 2 things alone will earn you minutes.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And the Jazz call time here.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Dallas, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, the Jazz, quite a few spots down the ladder right now. Utah shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Outside, Markkanen. Good on the 3-point shot. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Here's Russell. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Irving. He has 6. And it's Dallas with another.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
And Kessler throws it down.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And stolen by Irving. Thompson for 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
3.
Russell's got his 7th assist in the game.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
George picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. 34 seconds left now here in the second, and Russell gets it to go.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Takes it inside. Nobody near George. Buries it from 3-point range. George has got 5 points so far.
A lot of confidence from George shooting the 3 early in his career.
Thompson for the triple. That one misses. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Mavericks. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Dallas Mavericks.
They've kept the ball moving. No one's trying to be a hero, and you see the results.
Yeah, they're just not slinging it around. They are passing with a purpose.
All right, fellas, let's change it up. Time now for the power rankings.
When I look at the Mavericks, they're in that #1 spot for a reason, playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've got Keontae George. Also Collier out there. Markkanen is out there with Walker Kessler. And Hendricks in at the power forward. This is the group right now for Utah.
As dynamic with the ball as anyone in the league. Kyrie there earning a trip to the line.
The Jazz shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Here's Thompson. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 11.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, Thompson can be fast and nimble on the drive, catching him unprepared.
Here's Kessler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Derek Lively.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And he can't get the first one.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Now, here's Markkanen. He's got 10. A floater. And here's George for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Irving. Rebound, Utah.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Markkanen passes to Kessler. The Jazz working the ball around now.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Lively with the screen. Irving's shot is good.
And we talk about the handles of Kyrie so much. Don't forget, he's also an elite shooter.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Inside, here's Markkanen. An easy 2 points on the layup. Markkanen's got 12 in the game.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Mavs.
Loads it up for Davis. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lets the 3 fly. Cans it from downtown. 8 points for him.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And yes, it's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, Anthony Davis talked about the pairing with him and Kyrie Irving, and he said, quote, "Kai can do it all. There is no flaw in his game. And with me being able to play in the pocket and roll to the rim, be a lob threat, pick and pop, and handle, where he can come set a screen for me, I think we complement each other very well. Back to you guys.
Quite the tandem. Thanks a lot, Allie. So it's Utah now. The Mavericks making the shot. Now here is George. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Collier. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Irving with it. George picks him up, and the shot goes in. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
They get the rebound. Pass to Hendricks. Another miss by Utah.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And there's the bucket for Markkanen.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Irving can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, misses the jumper. Dallas has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And with his length and athleticism, Davis is a constant lob threat.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Markkanen from outside. Markkanen missing again. Outside Irving. Here's Davis, and finished off by Anthony Davis.
Oh my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Pass to Marshall. Thompson outside. Lively with the screen. And Klay Thompson hits from deep. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, all you can ask for is you guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Here's Marshall. After the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Marshall sets a screen for Davis. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Collier, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Three-pointer, Markkanen. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Markkanen's got 20 points.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
Irving attacking up and in on the layup.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. George passes to Hendricks. And Utah, another 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
A nice shot by Irving.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Outside for Davis. Takes a 3. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Collier. He's covered by Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. The three-pointer, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Russell. Driving inside. Lays it up and off the glass. Russell's got 19 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. That's Christie out there with Martin. Then there's Dante Exum. Then it's Russell. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Russell following the bucket by the Jazz. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Saturday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Monday, they'll take on Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Slow and steady, Anderson just goes about his business.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Free throw good, Russell.
D'Angelo Russell, 2 shots.
And so Russell hits them both. And here's Anderson. Pass to Sensabaugh. And here is Markkanen. Here's Anderson. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Utah. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Team foul.
No good on the free throw. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Good on the second free throw. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Kessler, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the inside, here's Exum. Outside for Martin. Lets it go from deep, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now, and there's the defensive 3-second call.
At the line for one, Sensabaugh.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Davis is checked in for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Kessler finds Niang. Anderson outside. A three ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Niang's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Dallas has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. It's good. 27 points for Davis.
Wow, Davis putting on his hard hat and just going to work inside. What contact?
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Kessler throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and Utah another three.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Outside for Davis. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from three and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the three. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the three, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
And here's Anderson following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. From deep, and Utah another three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
A nice shot by Irving.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
A different look for Dallas. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Davis. Klay Thompson comes in for Dante Exum. And it's Russell in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Collier. George finds Markkanen. From deep three-point territory. Thompson with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Russell passes to Marshall. Thompson outside. And they're pushing it up. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Lets it go with a three. Here's Hendricks. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Hey, those second chance points are found money. Tremendous effort there.
To the paint. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Markkanen missing again. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Marshall deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Thompson. Fires for three. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Utah's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Here's Collier, defended by Christie. The Jazz working the ball around now. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Christie kicks to Thompson. Shot on the wing, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, Thompson is having no trouble finding himself shots, and he'll just keep pouring them in as long as he can.
Here's Collier. George passes to Hendricks. The three. And it's Collier missing. Mavericks shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Lively sends a screen for Thompson. And he's good on the three ball. Thompson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Davis.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Russell. Markkanen pulls it in. On offense, here are the Jazz. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. From past the arc, nailed from three-point land.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Thompson from long range gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Kyrie, what does it mean for this team getting the production off the bench that we saw tonight?
Big time. You know, when you're a basketball player and you're able to make the right plays and play at a high intensity level and really come out and make an impact on the game, doesn't matter if you're starting or coming off the bench. We've seen special guys do that. I'm glad we came out and handled business. It's a good win.
This team is so unselfish. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Davis.